Brogan Wilkinson, and today I'm here at the Auckland Performing Arts Centre interviewing Mary Jane O'Reilly. I'm lucky enough to be sitting down with an amazing lady filled with amazing talent. She's travelled around New Zealand and the world, performing and choreographing for many groups. Let's take a look.
I lived in Eastbourne and Wellington and was at the ballet school, and I was in the ballet company, and then I got a scholarship to go to London. I was at the Royal Ballet School, and then I danced in Europe, and then I travelled the world. Well, I wasn't exposed to Cunningham technique till I went to San Francisco in 1976, because when I was training in dance there was ballet and jazz. That was it. There was no hip hop, there was no contemporary. These lovely techniques that were developed by choreographers to realise their vision, what they wanted to say. Cunningham technique was actually really close to ballet in lots of ways. It was very light and fast with fast changes of direction. So I really liked the atmosphere, I really liked the technique. So that's what I brought back to New Zealand. Well, look, Lim's Dance Company wasn't an academy, it was a company. It was a group of 5 founder members who just wanted to dance in New Zealand, because there was nothing at the time. There was the New Zealand Ballet, and there was nothing in terms of contemporary dance. So we decided we wanted to dance together, we wanted to share our love of dance, so we were very light-hearted and very humorous and very entertaining. And it was a very intense, 10 years, and I ended up being director. There's going to be a history book published that'll tell you all about it, relationships, people, dances, complicated. 77 I started with them all, Kilda Northcott, Christianides, all these famous people. 86, 85 I had a baby, and I couldn't do both.
So after that kind of journey, you choreographed for the Auckland 1990s Commonwealth Games. How did this opportunity come about?
They opened it up to public tender, which means anybody can put an idea forward. And so I ended up with my husband and Joe Bleakley. He works in film, and we put together a proposal which started off with the idea of filling the stadium with water. But it actually wasn't water, of course. It was hundreds of school kids holding blue fabric, and it took a year, and we got accepted. Our idea got accepted. It was the story of how New Zealand came about. Took a year to make. We had a wonderful producer, Logan Brewer, and we made this amazing. It was a cast of 6,000, all amateur. Period where the sea comes in, and then there's islands, and it was wonderful. And then there's another 15 minutes of all the different nationalities coming in. It was an incredible experience, and I never want to do it again. But I got a QSM. We all got given QSMs, which is Queen's Service Medal.
So you've done ballet since you were 5 years old until you were about 21. So you decided to take 5 years off. What was the main reason behind this?
Well, to tell you the truth, probably because I fell in love, with Phil, who's still my husband. I was also quite frustrated. I wasn't really as good at ballet dances as I wanted to be. It's a very demanding, and most ballet dancers are really judgmental, and I didn't really have the feet, and I also actually didn't have the head, because you have to be quite straight, quite accepting of authority and accepting of, this is the way it's done. And actually I struggled with that, which is why contemporary for me was a much more natural fit. Travelled the world for 5 years, which was actually great, because also as a ballet dancer you're often quite naive and quite childlike. You know how to work really hard in ballet, but the rest of the world,
So the main reason for coming back to dance was just itchy feet, or you just missed the kind of teaching, or what kind of aspect did you mostly miss?
Just the physical experience of it. Just loving, that high you get from dancing, performing as well, The stage is my second home.
So now you're teaching at the Auckland Performing Arts Centre once a week. How does it feel to inspire an older crowd to become involved with dance?
Well, I don't know how much I inspire them really. I mean, they're inspired to come here, and it's lovely. I'm enjoying it. Most of them do maybe 1 or 2 terms just to find out what it's like, and some of them stay on, but nobody's wanting to be a ballerina, so it's quite laid back. I don't yell at them, I don't make them do anything, I invite them to do things,
Also starting a third dance company based around the concept of neo-burlesque shows. How did this concept
come about?
But contemporary dance is like an experimental dance form, so there's not a huge audience for it. So I thought I would make a show that would be appealing to a wider group of people, be more entertaining. Neo-burlesque allows for it's just something a little bit different, and it's actually my neo-burlesque voice, choreographic voice, is very similar to my early Limbs Dance Company voice. I made work that was quite satiric and kind of feminist.
So what's next on the bucket list for you?
So I'm very excited about doing a solo for a graduate at the School of Dance for the 50th anniversary of the School of Dance, where I was one of the first intakes 50 years ago.